Joshua Filler is a big favourite. Naoyuki Oi is a crackerjack. It should be compelling viewing. One thing I think is for sure, the second match this evening will be a little shorter than the first.
Mr. Filler wins the lag.
He's had some tough matches. It's normally at around this time of a championship when Joshua Filler starts to shine. Are we going to see a formidable performance, or will it be the Japanese flag flying proudly? I'll tell you what, if he wins this, what an interview that will be.
Yeah, I'm sure that will be a nice interview from Naoyuki, like his last one, Phil. It was pretty funny.
Here we go then. Filler has won the lag and will break.
Nice solid break there from Joshua. Little tricky shot on the one here, but he looks like he's been queuing good. I was watching his match while I was sat in my chair earlier, and he was playing real good against Aaron from 7-5 down. Try and pot this ball on the right hand corner and go 2 rails back to the middle of the table where the cue ball is now. That's his aim.
Yeah, this shot's all about making sure you strike the cue ball positive. If you quit on it, that's how you usually miss that shot, but Joshua executes that nice.
Shane looks like he's up, gonna go up 4-1 over there. He's definitely, I think he's wanting this title badly. He looks like he's playing unbelievable. He's cueing real good and he's hitting the ball real sweet.
Yeah, he's on one. He's got that air about him, hasn't he, where everything's just working out nice and he's breaking good and he's not making many errors, which is key. Also playing on the outer ring, if you like, Nikos Ikonomopoulos from Greece. He's going under the radar a little bit. Super talented player from Greece. Played in the Mosconi Cup twice before. Lost in the final of the World Tour Masters a few years ago.
Yes, to Shane Van Boning, and of course Ikonomopoulos was the first player from Greece to play in the Mosconi Cup, predating Alexander Kazakis. How about that for a shot from Filler?
What a stroke that was from Josh now in this opening rack, and yeah, that just shows you how confident he is, and he'll be happy with this, getting this rack under his belt and starting this match off good.
Yeah, I expect to see a proper performance from Joshua in this match. I was speaking to Darren Appleton about 15 minutes ago and he was telling me that he feels he's let Joshua off the hook in that match. He said it looked like he was a bit rattled and he was 7-5 up. Anyway, he lost.
Also beaten Billy Thorpe, 11-10 by Mark Bashtabosh, the Dutchman, and we caught an interview with him just a few moments ago.
Mark, many congratulations. Tense, nervous finish, but you got there in the end.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was such an intense game, you know. I was 7-2 up and I missed a relative easy 7 ball, and then it was 7-3. He makes a 4-pack, I think. I got a couple kick shots and safeties, but I couldn't go through it, and it was 10-9 for him, and just a hard time in my chair, and lucky I was able to get it turning around.
You have to be proud of your comeback, though.
Yeah, such relief, man. It was such an intense game, and very happy that I won this game.
And next up, Max Lechner, someone you know well from the Euro Tour.
Yeah, he's a Euro Tour player, tough player. He plays next to me, saw him, so it's going to be a tough game tomorrow.
And we look forward to it. Many congratulations.
Thank
for
you.
tonight.
Thank you.
He's a really humble guy, Mark. Big breaking Mark Bashtabosh.
Good.
Another
Rack
one that's
number
on the
2.
outside
Our
table
current
is
score is
Dimitri
1-0
Jungo.
in favor of
He
Mr.
is
Filler. Mr. Filler to
not a
break.
lot of people know who he is, but that guy is very talented, and he's like a little dark horse.
Yeah, it's funny you should mention Dimitri, because he's been around a long time. He was a top junior player, and he decided that he was going to, well, get a real job for a living, Phil, and he kind of plays pool part-time, but he's a dangerous pool player.
Well, you decided that, didn't you? Get a real job, do some commentary, and then you never do any.
Cheers, Phil. Well, I'm back now. You'll be glad to hear.
Another nice break there from Joshua, and the table's looking real nice. And it's nice to see John Lehman in the arena.
Oh, that looked like a little bit of a heavy contact, so the ball didn't go in clean, which affected the position. He would have had a bit more of an angle, so he's probably gonna, still okay. He could cheat it if he wants, or just play a little stop shot.
Yeah, this table's definitely playing a little bit looser than the outside tables. You can get away with hitting a little ball a little bit fatter and it'll still take it, just due to
Attention, please.
not getting as much play as the outside tables, Carl.
Yeah, that's often the case with these pool tables when you practice on your table in your club or at home. The cloth soon gets worn in, so the pockets start to play a little bit tighter. This is a good start for the killer.
After that ponderous, nervy, staccato match we saw preceding this, it's clear one of the big boys has arrived. Joshua Filler, 2-0 up, just like that. We spoke to him just before the match got underway.
He's a funny guy when you see him in the interviews, but when he's at the table, he's a completely different guy. He's so focused and such a destroyer, actually. He just beat Alex Kazakis, so it's going to be a tough match, that's for sure. My main goal is to win the tournament, of course, but my second goal is also to play my best. I haven't played my best yet, so it's still one goal to achieve.
And when Joshua Filler plays his best, we all know about it. So Carl, so Jason, how do you come to terms with defeat? When I was playing snooker in my young days, when I lost a match, couldn't speak for a couple of days, I was so disappointed. You seem to get over it a lot easier.
Well, that's because I'm used to losing, Phil. No, I mean, obviously, you know, when even the best players in the world, you know, you don't win every tournament, and you certainly lose more matches than you win, certainly tournament-wise anyway, so, you know, we've seen it at the World Pool Masters. The great Shane Van Bonen lost in the final 9-0. Who would have
Bracket
predicted
number
that?
3.
It's just
Our
part of the
current score
game,
is
so
2-0 in
I
favor
think
of
the
Mr.
best thing
Filler.
you can do is
Mr.
just
Filler
forget
to
about
break.
it and try and look to the next event or match.
Yeah, you know, this event, everybody's got the equal opportunity of breaking and making balls, so it's very tough to kind of get on a roll. You know, everybody's breaking and running and making balls on the break, so it's all about kind of taking your opportunities when they come in. Sometimes you just don't get that opportunity. Carl was playing his last match there, I believe you were 8-0 down, I think you had one shot. So there's not much you can do when you're sat in your chair for long periods of time. You just got to tip your hat to your opponent and, like Carl said, move on to the next event.
And I think it's the case for both of you, especially today. It's much easier to accept defeat when the other guy plays really, really well. The worst thing possible is when you've had a multitude of chances and you end up being edged.
Yeah, that's when it really hurts, if you've had a chance to win the match and you've done something disastrous, then that really plays on your mind, and that's what's hard to take.
Oh, that wasn't the best of shots from Naoyuki. He's left himself with a little tricky 2-ball here, and still fancy him to get it. The 4-ball's pretty close to the top left-hand pocket. Just all about making the ball. Nice shot there, back in position, and he's looking good. I was actually watching his match from when it was in the TV arena, and Alex Kazakis was up 5-2, and Naoyuki came back in 5-5. Alex missed a good chance, and that was his last shot of the match. So he's definitely playing good, and if he can give himself enough opportunities in this match, maybe we could see a little bit of a scare for Joshua, but I still fancy Joshua to come through this one.
Well, he has been to a World 9-ball semi-final in the past in 2012, and he beat some really good players to get there. Carlo Biardo, Chang Junlin, Torsten Homan. In the quarterfinals, Carl Boyes, eventually beaten by Darren Appleton.
Oh, Carl, you lost to Naoyuki, did you?
Yeah, I blew that one, I remember it. That still hurts to this day.
Needs a big bounce. I think he's okay. He's going to draw across the 9-ball here. I think he would have liked to have been following this ball under the 9 to get a little bit closer to the 8, but still good position here to run this rack up.
Yeah, as we've seen in the interview with Joshua Filler, he touched on the fact that Naoyuki Oi is a very funny guy and likes to have a bit of fun, but when he's on the table, as you can see, he's all business, very focused. I always feel like the third rack in any match it's a nice rack to win, isn't it, the third one?
Especially if you're 2-0 up.
Yeah, and if you're 2 down, you make it 2-1, you just feel like yeah, it just seems to be always a nice one to win the third.
I tell you what, he was breaking unbelievable earlier when I was watching. He seemed to be making the wing ball and getting the 1-ball 3 rails to the side rail and having a shot in the corner.
The Oi account has been opened. Joshua Filler still in front, but only 2-1. It's the middle day of the 2021 Whirlpool Championship. Across the bottom of your screen, the last 32 results. There you can see Max Lechner beat Elliot Sanderson 11-9. Roberto Gomez coming through against Aloysius Yap. Not going to mention the penultimate one there, Sanchez
4.
Ruiz beating
Our
Cole
current
Boys.
score is 2-1 in favor of Mr. Filler.
We've rubbed it in enough.
Mr. Oi.
That's it, Phil. Rub it in
Wait.
again. So, now we're going to see Naoyuki's breaking. I did say he was breaking real good earlier, but this table does break a little bit different. It slides a little bit more. So, and we see that one ball going 3 rails. Is he going to get shot?
Well, that's a bit soft for my liking.
I actually thought he put enough power in there. I've seen a lot softer breaks this week, Carl.
Well, maybe it was just borderline. We'll let him off this time.
Well, he's made 4 points, so I wouldn't say it was soft.
Tricky little situation here though, because he's going to have to play this into the rail if he wants to make the 2 ball.
I think he might go for it straight in, Carl. I think he can just get there enough to make the 2 and send the 1 across to the other corner.
Extension, please.
That'd be handy if he could.
Looked it. Whoa. And that's why we love 9-ball pool, folks. A lot of excitement, a lot of drama, and then we see 2 ball going across into the other corner.
Well, I thought he were going to play for the 2 in the top right.
Well, you know Naoyuki, he likes to play jokes.
So this is a thin one. He's playing cue ball off 2 rails, back out into the centre of the table. That needs to travel though. Maybe it passes the 7.
Yeah, it goes. It's not easy, but it goes, Carl. And he would have liked to have been straight in this ball, but this is a little tester for Naoyuki. Very nice shot there, heart of the pocket, and good position on the 4 ball, and they're all there, and it's going to look like he's going to tie this match up at 2-2.
There's one thing I'm a little concerned about with Oi at both the World Cup of Pool and indeed the World Masters. Under pressure, he was susceptible to upper body movement on certain shots that caused him to miss. Not exactly smooth there, but I think the way he dispatched Kazakis this afternoon will have given him renewed confidence.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel, you know, they've watched him play, and obviously, like you said, he was a little bit jumpy in the last few tournaments, but I've seen him win a big tournament in China, CBSA tournament, and there was a lot of players in that event, and he played unbelievable. And right now, he looks like he's in that form again.
Yeah, he's certainly on level terms. He's back to 2-2 with Joshua Filler.
Can you give me one big clap in front of your face?
Very hard game, and first leg, second leg, I miss, Kazakis miss, very difficult condition in the tough game. Mental is very down, up, down, yeah, very difficult, tough games. And me, break run out 2 to 3 times, very good run. Very lucky there. Me, karate master, yeah? Where I come in.
He's the kind of bloke you wouldn't want to sit next to on the bus. Although again, you might want to sit next to him. What a character.
I'm just picturing Phil Yates and Naoyuki Oi
Extension, please.
If he gets the cue ball on the top rail and hits the bank shot at a certain pace, if he misses the bank shot, it would be difficult to get back up for the 4.
I think this is a straight bank. As long as he hits it pure, I think it'll go straight to the hole car. I don't think he's gonna... He's got to put a nice stroke on this. It's banked it short. He's gonna get away with it. Oh.
Well, can he thin snip this in? See what I mean though, if he'd have just played the cue ball through a little bit and left it on the rail, this wouldn't be on, but...
I think he's okay here. I think he can just thin it. Oh, wow. Very fortunate there, Joshua.
Yeah, he's got a shot at this 4 ball. It's not easy. Full length has to be very thin. But he's got young guys, and he made that look very easy.
It's a good point, Carl. I've seen him cut so many thin balls in during this championship already.
Now, you don't see that very often on a pool table, developing a ball when it's on the rail. I mean, obviously the 6 ball was over the pocket. He develops it again.
Leave yourself perfect shape to get to the 9. Yeah, I'm sure Joshua will be happy that that cue ball stayed out the corner there, and looks like he's going to get himself another rack on the board and take the lead here in this match.
Extension, please.
Yeah, a slice of Joshua Filler magic there in that rack. The misjudgment from Oi, and then Filler stepped in. So let's find out about this 2018 World Champions list of firsts when it comes to pool.
The first time I played pool was when I was 7. My grandfather took me to a pool club, and since I've just picked up a cue and hit the first ball, I just fell in love with the sport. The first cue was a Falcon cue. My first idol hero was Ollie Wardman. At that time he was a world champion, he was one of the best players in the world. My first success was when I played in the youth division, when I won my first German youth title 2011, and then also started winning the European Championship, so that was kind of start of my career.
Here's another first for you. When he first played in the Moscone Cup, he was the youngest ever player in that event, breaking the record of a certain Ronnie O'Sullivan.
You got Chris Mellon over there in the background, and he's winning 8-6, but he's left himself a tough kick short here, and oh, he's missed the ball altogether.
Rack number 6. Our current score is 3-2 in favor of Mr. Filler. Mr. Filler to break.
So Joshua's playing the cut break, trying to get that 1 ball over that corner.
Got no shot after this, Carl. He can't even go real first, I don't think. I think it's right on the point.
Look at this 8 ball, so unfriendly.
I don't think he can make this ball, Phil.
Tricky push out and all, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not too convinced he has. Oh, he's going to pot the 1 and leave the cue ball up the table.
Mr. Oi, your option.
Yeah, for anybody new tuning in, after the break shot, the player's allowed to play a push out, so you can do whatever you want on the push out. Obviously you don't want to roll the cue ball in the pocket, that would be a big no-no. So there you've seen Joshua hit the 8, pot the 1, and as long as you call push out, that's fine. Now Naoyuki Oi's at the table, he has the option to play this shot. If he doesn't fancy it, he'll put Joshua right back.
Yeah, I think Joshua was begging for this shot to be given back. You can see him getting this ball and knocking it in, that's why he's pushed out to
Attention,
there.
please.
It's a great shot from Naoyuki Oi.
Joshua's looking to pop the 2 into the right corner off the green 6
Attention,
ball.
please.
He's going to jump this with his... Should he use his jump cue? It looked like his break cue, but seems to about be the same length of his break cue as jump cue.
Just hit that a little bit full, so it's a mistake, and it was a nice safety shot from Naoyuki Oi, and that's gonna give him a chance now.
Has he flipped it in the side? So that was a little bit of a snatchy shot there from Naoyuki.
Yeah, and I think that's the one thing what Phil was talking about before. Just now and again he seems to just throw something like that in there. You see the body moved and the 2-ball rattled. Now Phil was banking. And this is what the big champions do. They punish the mistakes. Seen it yesterday with Jason Shaw against Imran Majid. Imran missed a very easy ball and Jason played a bank shot in the same pocket as Joshua and won the match off it. And now we're going to see Joshua punish the mistake.
Yeah, that was a very big mistake from Naoyuki, and like you said, Carl, I think Joshua will pounce on this and it will give him a lot of confidence in the next few racks, and it wouldn't surprise me if we see him break and run the next rack, because usually when you make that mistake you end up losing 2 racks instead of 1.
That's why I'm not a fan of alternate break, because I've seen it a lot over the years. Let's say if it was Naoyuki Oi's break next, he's just missed a ball and he could break, get a nice layout, run the table, and that mistake he's just made, you forget about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Oi lunged at the ball, he missed it, and Joshua Filler now has a 2-rack gap at 4-2. Some cracking last 32 matches in progress at the Whirlpool Championship. This is table 2. Thomas Kaplan leads Jonas Suto Camino from Spain 10-4, so he's on the hill, the pole. As for Chris Melling and Omar Al Shaheen, they've just gone 9-9.
Rack number 7. Our current score is 4-2 in favor of Mr. Filler. Mr. Filler to break.
That's John Lehman, his refereeing characteristic, yours.
Oh,
Announces
no
each
wing
rack
ball
saying
again
Mr.
there. Well, Joshua looks up to the skies. The wing ball John has failed.
Yeah, he likes to throw the odd dry break in, does wing ball John, just to spice things up a bit on this TV table. SVB, he's playing on the outer ring in this round, just to the right of where Naoyuki Oi sat there. You see him in the distance. He's putting a bit of a package in that match as usual.
Yeah, SVB's killing it on the break over there. He's absolutely smashing the break. He's making multiple balls and he's getting a shot on the one. It's very similar to the other shot he had. I wonder if we'll see him. Yeah, a little bit of movement there, Phil. Still moving around a lot.
He's got to be a little bit careful here because that 7 ball is not right over the pocket. So he's got to hit the 3, the red 3, and kind of cut the 7 in. So he's just got to be a little bit careful here.
What a roll that is.
That was the remarkable thing about Shane Van Boening this afternoon against you, Jason. Quite a few times he had real pressure shots from length of the table and he just rolled them in without any side of movement whatsoever. He seemed supremely confident to me.
Yeah, I think before this event he was playing about 12 hours a day for about 7 days straight. So he's coming in here, obviously coming off the back of the loss in the final to Alex Kouzakis. So he'll have a lot of confidence and he'll want to make that 9-0 defeat in the final and try and turn it into a win this week. And he looks like he's in great form, so he's definitely looking like the favourite to me, especially the way he's breaking.
Naoyuki Oi is just doing what the doctor ordered in this match after that mistake in the previous rack. He's come to the table and this is just what he needed. Nice little layout just to get that rack back on the board, and the worst thing you can do is let Joshua Filler get a big lead on you because he's such a phenomenal front runner. So Naoyuki needs to stay with him, keep the pressure on.
And that's precisely what the Joker from Japan is doing. It is now 4-3 in favour of Joshua Filler. Now, we were over on table 2 just a moment or so ago. Thomas Kaplan on the hill against Jonas Suto Camino.
We see Chris Mellon over there behind the TV table, and Omar Al Shaheen looks like he's going to go 10-9 up. He's got 2 balls to get to the 9.
Yeah, this is the beauty of the World Pool Championship. 128 players, 8 ladies was in the tournament as well. And it's 16 tables in the venue. Of course, we've got this table, the TV table, centre stage, and all the other 15 tables are arced round the main arena. It is a wonderful arena, it has to be said.
And we've just seen potentially Camino's last shot, leaving the 3 ball. Update on Shane Van Boning, by the way. You can see there at the table knocking them in. He's already 8-2 up on Pius Labutis from Lithuania.
Yeah, we're just on this left table here. We've seen David Alcady make a big mistake on the 2 ball against Filip Stanovic.
And talking of big mistakes, Kaplan on the verge of victory,
Number
missing
8.
the 4 ball.
Our
We'll
current
keep you right
score
up to
is
date with that.
4-3 in
Now back
favor
to the main
of
table.
Mr. Filler. Mr. Oi to break.
Yeah, there you could see with the overhead camera the wonderful arena for this year's event. So happy it's back with Matchroom. I really am, even though I'm not a player, but for you guys this is just what we need for pool.
By the way, Jason Shaw is known as Eagle Eye. I think after that little reprise there and looking all around the arena for us, you should be known as Eyes Everywhere.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, it's you know, there's just so many things going on. Like one table, the guy's on the 8 to get to the 9, and the other guy's missing the 7, and the other guy's missing the 4. It's just drama everywhere. And you know, Naoyuki had a good break there, and just unfortunately doesn't have a shot on the 1. So I think we're going to see him push out.
Mr. Filler, your option.
Well, I don't fancy Joshua playing this. If he can see an edge, maybe, but yeah, straight back, just as I thought.
Yeah, I don't think Naoyuki got where he wanted to get there, Carl. I think he's left himself hooked.
Yeah, it's often very underestimated, the push out. In other sports, you know, you hear people say, oh, don't play the player, play the sport, whether it be darts or snooker or whatever, but and in golf as well, but pool, you definitely play the player. You know, Jason, obviously you've played a lot of pool tournaments over the years, and you get to know the other players on the circuit, and you know the weaknesses. You know if someone's not very good at jumping the ball or kicking or even the long pots. So when you're playing a push out, you can use that to your advantage. But Naoyuki did a good job there, played a good kick shot.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he can spin this round and get it past the. Oh, he's played the combo on a 3. I don't think he quite got there with a 1.
Update on the outer ring. Omar has got 2 balls left to knock out Chris, the shot maker Mellin. So he needs a little bit of something there, Chris.
Maybe straight in the
Attention,
9,
please.
Carl. I think it's been a good tournament for Chris, but I think this is the end of the road, and what a win it is for Omar Al Shaheen. He's missed the 9 straight in. Wow.
I'll tell you what, that really is, when you see it, folks, extraordinary. To miss a 9 of that nature in any rack, but to miss it to win, oh dear.
Have you ever seen anything like that, Carl?
Yeah, obviously you guys watching the TV can't see that table, unfortunately, so we've got a little bit sidetracked as Naoyuki's running the table, and this is to tie the match up.
Well, that was insane. I must say, the 9 ball was where it is now on this table, and the cue ball was directly behind it, and he's missed it straight in. That is incredible.
Yeah, he's not got as much angle as he would have liked, so he'll probably follow the cue ball through, playing it off 2 rails, back out up in anywhere in the centre of the table's nice. Yeah, plays a good shot there. Job well done.
Oh, he's a little bit straight here, just got a little tiny angle, and he's got to try and punch this one. He's got to keep himself steady and put a nice stroke on this ball. Just see him composing himself again now.
This comedian from Tokyo is a very serious player, and right now he is back on level terms with Joshua Filler. The first 8 racks of this match have been shared. Other match action for you, and this is the sequence of play we were just telling you about. You will not believe this when you see it. Unbelievable. Now, that match is still going. They're in the deciding rack, so it is actually 10-10. That was for Al Shaheen to win. Well, if he can recover from that and win the decider, good luck to him.
That is incredible, Phil. And Chris has broke the balls and he's got a shot on the 1, but it ain't easy. You can see Omar there, he looks devastated.
We say things in commentary and sometimes it seems really dramatic, but if he loses this match, that's a ball he will never ever forget as long as he lives.
Do you know, fellow, I was just going to say something very similar, because, you know, we're talking about it's the World Pool Championship. You know, it's back on Matchroom turf, if that's the right way to put it, and he had the 9 ball sat there to get to the last 16. It's simply unbelievable.
Kind of speechless
Record
call
number
after
9, we're
watching
currently
that.
all tied at 4
But he's
games
still in it.
apiece.
Chris has still got a job to
Mr.
do. He's going to
Oi
be under pressure himself.
break.
So,
And that says a lot for me being speechless.
yeah, I'm sure the cameras will be back over to Chris's table at some point. But good news for Naoyuki Oi. He stayed with Joshua, and that's what he's got to do. There you see the Naoyuki Oi break, spinning the cue ball, trying to tee the 1 ball up over the far right, and that's a job well done.
He was breaking like that earlier, and you know, if he can get racks like this and get some nice layouts and put a few racks together, he can put Joshua under pressure. Yeah, Chris missed a tough one over there at Hill, and I'm not sure if Omar has to play safe or not.
Yeah, I do apologise if we're getting a little bit sidetracked, but it's the excitement. We're in the comms box and we've got a good view down over the arena. We can see all the tables in action.
Yeah, this looks like a nice easy layout here for Naoyuki. I can't see any problems. You just got to keep composed and keep yourself together, and you'll be taking the lead in this match. Wow. Chris Mellon has just had the biggest roll I've ever seen. He's potted the 1 ball, cannoned the 2, the cue ball's jawed in the pocket and left the 2 over the other corner.
Like what I'm seeing here from Naoyuki Oi, really speedy, really accurate. Down goes the 9, and there you have it. Well, we thought that Joshua Filler might well dominate this match. That is not the case.
Chris Mellon's just missed the 3-ball straight in, Phil. Drama everywhere. This is insane being in here.
I suppose when you're out there in centre stage, it's the best place to be because you can't really be distracted by what's going on behind you.
Wowzers. This is the best seat in the house. I love it. It's actually better being out and watching this. The excitement is unbelievable.
I think at some point, Jason, we need to try and put it across to the viewers, you know, why we do see quite a lot of easy balls missed sometimes on a pool table, because, you know, obviously the pockets are a little bit generous. That's the nature of what pool is. But I think we need to try and get across why it does happen, because I don't think, you know, people sat at home watching understand why.
Well, I think a lot of people see that sometimes it's playing easy and they take shots for granted and they think, oh, this is easy, I'll just pot this, and they take their eye off the shot and, you know, they just get complacent and they don't give every shot 100% where it should be respected.
Yeah, and also I put it down to, you know, the pool players. We don't have, you know, like big, you know, cash prizes to win all the time and loads of pool tournaments. So when you're not getting a lot of action and a lot of tournaments and you do get these chances, sometimes it's very, very nervy.
So Omar Al Shaheen 2 pots away from redemption. The missed 9 ball in rack 20 will be forgotten if the 8 and 9 go down here. What a nail biter.
Same shot, Phil, on the 9.
Lightning doesn't strike twice,
No,
surely.
He's composing himself now. You can see that little smile on his face, and Chris will be very disappointed to miss that 3-ball.
Yeah, Chris Mellon, one of the best Qists. Well, we've seen in
Down
any
it
Q
goes.
sports film, and, well, who would have thought it? That was drama at its best.
Rack number 10.
And instead of Melling, it's Omar
current
Al
score
Shaheen
is
from Kuwait
5-4
who advances.
Mr.
Wow.
In favor of Mr. Oi.
Well, I
Mr.
think we
Oi,
can get back to this
break.
match. There was so much drama going on the outside tables there, Carl, and it was pretty amazing to see those last 2 games like that.
Yeah, and it isn't going to end there, folks. There's plenty of matches left in this year's World Pool Championships. And one of the pre-tournament favourites, well, he's in a little battle of his own here on centre stage, Naoyuki Oi. He's showing him he's here to play. He's leading Joshua 5 racks to 4.
Just one final footnote on the Melling defeat. That ends British participation in this year's championship.
Yeah, Phil, that was the British hopes, and a little bit like the football, England. Got all the hopes and the glory, and then everything falls down at the end.
Now, Scotland. Now.
We'll see you on the 19th. Shane Van Bowen's opponent missed an easy 2-ball there. He run a few racks, got himself back in the game, and Shane looks like he's going to be running out here, I think, to get himself on the hill.
Naoyuki Oi's faced with a little tester. It's at that distance where sometimes he's a little bit vulnerable, so he needs to try and stay still, commit to this shot, be positive,
Extension,
be
please.
confident. This needs a good stroke.
You called it, Carl. You had that feeling, so did I.
Yeah, I always feel when the player hits it that hard, it's like taking the coward's way out, isn't it? I think you've got to trust your cue action there and just try and float it in. A little soft stun shot. Jason, you play that shot very well, don't you? You know, you just try and kill it.
Yeah, I would have just tried to kill it, and a little bit low on the ball. He tried to stun that ball. I feel like when he's playing that shot, he's always punching it, Carl, and it kind of has got that little bit of twitch on the back of the arm, like you're jabbing at the ball. He needs to slow down. Oh.
Can he just get his cue in?
No, he has to just get over this and roll it in and leave himself a tough shot on the 5.
And it's a good job he's left-handed as well.
Oof. Back door for that one.
Looking a little bit shaky now. Such a
Extension,
great
please.
potter, of course, but you can't keep potting your way out of trouble.
He had this shot earlier at 10-7 up against Darren and he missed it by a mile. So I think he'll be giving this one all the attention it needs and he'll be trying to find the back of the hole with this one.
Yeah, that's better. That's a very good shot. He's very good at that type of shot.
Yeah, that was 100 mile an hour and I hear the noise from the back of the pocket. Well, we're going to be tied up at 5-5 here. And filler breaking. Hopefully he can try and put a few games together and get on a roll.
It was 2-2. It was 4-4. And now they are back tied at 5-5. Match on. It is thrust and counter thrust on the main match table as Germany takes on Japan. Joshua Filler and Naoyuki Oi. There you see in the foreground Shane Van Bonen going nicely against Pius Labutis from Lithuania. The scoreline there, 9-4 Van Bonen, looking in command, efficient as always. Nikos Economopoulos leads 6-4 against Kasper Matikainen. Marco Shooter, a Dutchman who lives in New Zealand. He lives all the way down there, down under. He's made the lengthiest journey to be here, and so far, well, it's been worthwhile. He leads Dimitri Ungo 6-5. Oliver Szkolnocki, he's well ahead against Alexa Pachelch. And Filip Stojanovic, he's 5-3 up on David Alcade, surprisingly.
Bracket number 11. Our current score is 5-5, all tied up. Mr. Filler, to break.
Well, we've changed sides here. So he's gone for the cut break. Oh, he's going to oh, he was scratching in the corner there, Carl.
Well, that was a blunder, wasn't it? Held his head in his hand. Oh, still doing it.
Phil, this is not easy. I think he's got a very tough positional shot to get to the 2-ball, and like you said there, Joshua had a bad break. The cue ball looked like it was scratching in the left-hand corner, and then followed by a poor safety shot.
Extension, please.
You're going to see Naoyuki try and get the cue ball between the 3 and the 4 and draw all the way down the table past the 7 for a shot on the 2, but he's got to be careful he doesn't draw the cue ball into the corner pocket. Oh, and he's hit it like a dream. What a shot that is.
Yeah, that was beautifully struck. Really was. It's come back on, but it was flicking on and off. It's been on the floor. Yeah, his did as well, twice.
Now the 7-ball here will be, to a degree, hampering Oi. Not too badly though, he's just having to move his bridge slightly.
Played some nice shots in this match so far, Naoyuki. He looks well up for this.
And Joshua looks a little bit tense there in his chair, Carl. He doesn't look his usual self, full of beans and smiling and laughing. He seems a little bit edgy.
Yeah, I think that's just the nature of where we are at in the tournament now. I think you're going to see this from now on until the end.
Go 3 reels around the 9. Has to go, and he's hit it good. Nice shot there from Naoyuki.
The thing I'm worried about with Oi isn't his ability to knock in the big shots, it's his propensity to maybe miss an easy one. We will see as the pressure intensifies, as that winning line comes ever closer.
Yeah, that's true, Phil. And if you can just get yourself a couple of games in front, who knows, we might see a different Naoyuki. He might go on a little run and put a few racks together and try and push yourself towards the winning line.
For the second time, Naoyuki hits the front. It was 5-4. Now it is 6-5. And one very relieved player who is going to chat to us is Omar Al-Shaheen. He missed the 9-ball, but in the end, it didn't matter.
Omar, quite incredible finish. Firstly, congratulations, but we've got to talk. I mean, we could have been speaking earlier, but you missed the 9.
Well, when I was 10-9, like I was aiming in the 9-ball and like the cameras and taking picture and everything. So for just a second, I thought like I'm done, And you know, it's cool when you just like forget anything in technique or focus, you just miss.
But you showed great character to come back and win, so you should be very proud.
I think that's God take care.
You've been in this situation before in this World Championship. Why can't you go all the way when you have that kind of fortune on your side?
Well, this is probably the craziest match I ever played in my life. Honestly, like I've never been like in a situation like this. It's awesome. I don't know if I lost in the hell what's gonna happen, but no, it's one of my favorite moments in my life.
Ah, brilliant. Well, many congratulations, you're through.
Thank you, brother.
Also through, hot
Rack
off the press, Shane
number
van
12.
Boning, who's
Our
defeated
current score is
Theus
6-5
Labutis
in favor of Mr.
11-4.
Oi.
Ominously.
Mr. Oi to break.
Yeah, Phil, I was seeing there that Niels Fyen was up 9-6 and he missed the 9 ball, and his opponent played a very good shot on the 9 and then run the match out to knock him out. So that was another big loss for a top player, and they're all falling, and we're getting closer to the last 16.
Yeah, there we see the break shot again. It's not easy what he's doing there, to park the cue ball with spin, so the cue ball still spins on the spot. That's not easy at all.
Would have liked that 1 ball to dress up there over the corner, and he would have had a nice easy shot on the 1, but fortunately it went in.
Jason, you're just mentioning Niels Fyen going out, and of course the man responsible for his elimination was Thomas Kaplan, and I can tell you Kaplan has subsequently gone on to win his next match against Jonas Suto Camino 11-5. So Kaplan from Poland into the last 16.
Yeah, he's a very dangerous player. A lot of these Polish guys have been very dangerous this event, and you know, I think this event they've looked really up for it. I think in the last 64 there was 9 Polish guys qualified for the knockout stages.
Joshua Filler at the moment, you can see that he's not happy with the way things are progressing. He's not dominating, and that's what he's used to doing.
Yeah, and as we've just seen, Shane van Boning's through to the last 16, and he'll have a little beady eye on this match centre stage, because Joshua's in the same bracket.
Yeah, you're right, Carl. I'm sure Shane will be watching on, and he'll be keeping a close eye on this match. As you said, he's in Joshua's section, and you know, we don't want players to lose, but
Jason, yes we do.
no,
Stop lying.
he would. We don't
No,
really
I mean,
deep
we're not
down,
begging
but
for-
we're not begging for it. But
No.
you know, if it
But we're
happens,
secretly
you're
begging.
secretly begging. Yes, that's what we're saying. But he'll be happy
Attention, please.
if Joshua was to go out.
Of
He's
course,
not
yeah.
begging for him to lose. He'd be happy, as it would be an easier match going forward for him.
He's just sat on the balcony with his fingers crossed, his toes crossed and everything.
Naoyuki's looking good here. I think the more opportunities Joshua gives him, he'll just capitalise. And like I said, if he can get 2 or 3 games in front, he might just get and stroke a little bit and knock those long balls in that he's been missing.
Yeah, jokes aside, of course, you know, Naoyuki Oi, if he does go on to win this match and meet Shane, it would be in the quarter-finals. Of course, he can beat him, but you would, on paper, prefer to play Naoyuki than Joshua Filler. No disrespect, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, 100% Carl, and you know, you would like to play someone who's not firing in all cylinders in every event. And that's what Joshua does. He's very, very dangerous player, and he's winning everything.
So this 9-ball, just to get a bit of breathing space. It's all going nice for Japan's Naoyuki Oi.
Isn't it just? For the first time, he has a 2-rack cushion at 7-5. Already through to the last 16, to no one's surprise. The big man on campus, SVB, Shane Van Boning. Here he is.
Shane, congratulations. It's been a good day.
Yeah, my break has been working well today, and making all the shots, taking advantage of their mistakes, and taking over.
Taking over indeed. You're looking the man to beat, Shane.
I'm getting closer and closer.
2-11, 4 wins, deserved wins as well. It just shows the form you're on at the moment.
My form, just doing my routine, staying positive, and just play one ball at a time.
And you're practicing. It seems to you put it on the main table, and it's coming off. Whatever you're doing, the practice is perfect.
I've been practicing for the last 4 weeks almost, so I've been ready.
You're looking good, Shane. Looking good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Shane Van Boning giving precious little away on or off the table. One ball at a time. We've heard that a million times before, playing his cards close to his chest, and it's entirely understandable. Another result for you, by the way. Oliver Szkolnoki from Hungary has beaten Alexa Pachelch 11-2.
It's funny you should say that, Phil. He's been practicing with Shane in Romania, and I guess he won a couple of sets against Shane. A little bit of small change, and he's obviously feeling good coming into this, practicing with SVB. We'll see John throwing in another dry break.
Yeah, no wing ball, so that gets Joshua back at the table. But he doesn't have a pot. Looks to have a pretty tasty safety shot. Needs to get the cue ball glued onto the 8. And that's not too bad. Obviously he's got a kick shot, 1 rail. Just got to... Well, he might not be able to go 1 rail. He might have to go 2 rails. Just depends where the 2 is.
There we see it. Joshua's had 2 dry breaks. Naoyuki's had 1.
Yeah, 3 dry breaks in 12 racks. That's more than normal for this tournament.
Yeah, using the magic rack, I think most times the wing ball's been going in, Phil, and like you said, it's not really been much of a case. We've seen a few matches where the wing ball's not going in, but majority of the time it's been flying in.
I've had a lot of messages on social media about what is the diamond thing on the table. They're asking me, well, it's a template that's got little holes in it, and that's to make sure every ball is touching to give all the players a fair rack.
Got lucky there, Carl. If he catches that 3 ball a little bit more there, he's in a scratch in the corner.
You can just sense this is a big rack, not only for the match, but for Joshua Filler.
We're going to see Joshua come across and play the combination on the 9. Oh, he's had a nice little nudge there on the 6.
Extension, please.
This is not straight in, but I fancy him to get it. Smashed it in there.
Yeah, the 3-9 combination, and Filler draws within a single rack at 7-6 down. Now, I was telling you, Hungary have a representative in the last 16. That is Oliver Szkolnoki. That's the 3-9 combination that It's got Joshua Filler back in striking distance. And as for Skolnoki, well, he's played very nicely tonight. 11-2 at this stage. That's a really good victory for him. And that is the final 9-ball. Alexa Pachelch, the victim. So the number of matches still being played dwindling down now to just 4.
And they're all close, Phil. 5-5, 6-6, 7-5, and 7-6.
Yeah, there you see John, he's put the balls on the template and then he's just giving a little touch on the outside.
You can see the template just off
Rack number 14.
the table there where the
Our
8
current score
is.
is
I'm not
7-6
sure
in
if
favor
that
of Mr.
affects
Oi.
anything.
Mr. Filler to break.
And there we see it, Carl. The wing ball didn't go in there.
Yeah, so maybe that's what the issue is, when the wing ball doesn't go in.
The rack doesn't seem to be flat. It seems to be sitting up off the table a little bit, off the cloth. And I just noticed that there on that rack. So like you said, maybe that's what's going on when the wing ball's not going in.
Okay, so can he pop this blue 2 and get low enough down where he can pop the 3? I think there is a gap. I think there's enough space, Jay. So he's got to get the cue ball down
where his hand is now, Carl. Oh, I'm not sure if he's got there.
Yeah, just didn't seem to get through the cue ball, did he there?
No. I think he might be able to spin it in, or he's going to play safety. Stun the 3 ball, 3 reels, and stop him behind the 7. Oh, and he's left it, Carl.
He needs the 8 ball to be his friend.
Oh.
And it's not going to. Big mistake from Joshua. And we're approaching the latter stage of this match. So the mistakes are magnified.
Yeah, as you've seen there, the cue ball had a little bit of spin on it, and I think he had to play it like that to avoid the kiss on the 7 ball, or the 6 ball it is.
Extension, please.
Oi buying himself some time by taking his extension.
Needs his cue ball to slow down. He's going near the 7.
Well, Carl. Seen some nails from both players here.
Yeah, that wasn't his best shot he's ever played, was it? No, he's going to need a good in here. Don't know if he can play this in the left centre and just hold the cue ball. Cue ball's going near the left side of the table. Needs to stay still. Oh, this is lovely, Jay.
What a shot that is. Needs a big bounce. Oh, when he got there. What a shot that is from Naoyuki Oi. Under the gun, shot clock beeping, and that was a fantastic shot.
Because he didn't stay still. He flung his cue at it, but it went in.
Needs to stay still on this one.
I think a lot of the times, you know, when the players move, I think they do move after they've hit the cue ball. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, we'll see you on this shot.
Okay.
Let's judge this shot.
Mr. Short, he's not convinced.
Oh, there was a bit of movement there before.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd prefer the cue ball to be on the side rail and be straight.
Yeah, I think by the looks on his face, he wanted it to be a little bit straighter.
Now, he's pretty good at this type of shot. So the cue ball's going to be coming back over to the left side of the table.
And he hit that like a dream. Absolutely perfect.
the prankster, the entertainer. He's loving this. The big smile on his face. He is 3 racks away from a monumental upset because he leads Joshua Filler 8-6.
As the set has been going on, both of you have been
He's a real firecracker, Naoyuki Oi, getting himself fired up there. Joshua Filler impassive in his chair. Maybe the reaction of Oi didn't please John Lehman, who had a stern word afterwards. Once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see up there. Shane Van Bowen looking over in the balcony.
So this is the top half of the draw. Skylar Woodward plays Gomez, Roberto Gomez. Mieszko Fortunski is up against Albin Auschen in the last 16. Mark Bosch de Bosch plays Max Lechner. Jeremy Sosi we've seen on the main match table this evening. He awaits David Alcadi or Filip Stojanovic. Right now, Alcadi is 6-5 up. In the bottom half of the draw, look at that, Shane Van Boening up against Oliver Szkolnocki, who broke and ran 5 times in that win over Alexa Pachelch. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, conqueror of Carl Boys, he awaits the winner of the one we are concentrating on right now.
Our current score is 8-6.
Any chance, pal?
In favor of Mr. Oi. Mr. Oi.
It's my job, sorry.
Cheers, pal. Oh, cheers.
2012, and then until now, he's still giving you a call.
Honestly, never stops. Never stops.
So, Can Naoyuki break and get a shot on the one and try and get closer? Is he going to have a shot? So 2 balls come to the rescue for Filler.
I'll tell you what, fellas, we know someone who will be so nervous right now. Joshua's wife, Pia. She watches every single shot so intently, and she'll be desperate for a turnaround in fortunes.
Yeah, just when we come back from the break there, what was John Lehman speaking
out.
to Naoyuki Oi about? Do we know?
I think
Filler, your
I think
option?
they both had. You're allowed 2 breaks now in the last 60 from the last 64 on, instead of 1 timeout. So maybe he was saying you both had your both timeout. That's what I think he said.
Ah, okay,
Attention,
so it
please.
wasn't anything controversial then.
No, because earlier I think Filip Stanovic was playing. Not too sure, and his opponent said you
Attention,
can't go
ball,
to the
please.
bathroom. You had your timeout, and
Thank
he said
you.
no, we're allowed 2. So maybe that's what John was saying.
Stojanovic coming through in his last match against Daniel Schneider.
That's the name I was looking for, Phil. And he's flipped it in the corner.
I just thought because Oi had been a little animated after winning that last wreck, maybe John told him to calm it down a little, but I thought his reaction was perfectly okay. So what you said, Jason, makes perfect sense.
I don't think it was too, everybody celebrates, everybody has, and he did it on his own wreck.
Well, there's nothing wrong with celebrating.
Oh,
at the
that's a
end of the
great
day.
shot from Naoyuki, and that was the same pocket as he missed 2 of those balls in already.
Yeah, that type of shot can always be a little bit tricky when you're playing it into a blind pocket. That's when you can't see the pocket in your eye line. So the fluke jump shot has come at a very timely moment for Team Japan.
We've got the official confirmation of what the ticking off was. It was about the speed of both players' breaks. He wanted increased.
Well done, Mr. Lehman. Whenever we're in the second half of the match, sort of approaching like 7 racks all, if you like, 6 racks all around that stage, these racks become even more crucial. Of course, every rack's crucial, but now we're just getting to that point of this is getting big now, and you can tell the way Naoyuki Oi is taking a bit more time and he's focusing more on the shots. Even Joshua in his chair, he's feeling it as well.
How about this? There is now a 3-rack gap between these two, and it is not the man we expected to be out in front. It is Naoyuki Oi who leads Joshua Filler 9-6. 2 more required to put Filler to the sword. So we were talking about the template for the break, and there it is. Balls can collide with that, and obviously it affects their speed and direction to a certain extent.
Yeah, I'm not too convinced they've been hitting the brake too soft, Phil. I think they've been putting enough power into it. They've been getting enough balls up the table. Nothing's really been always around the 9-ball spot. So maybe John thinks it's a little bit soft. So we'll see this next break coming up from Naoyuki. Maybe he'll put a little bit more speed on it.
I like the ethos of the rule. The only problem is, ultimately, it is subjective.
Yeah, it's a tough one for the ref.
Bracket number
you
16.
know, the ref's got to really
Our
be
current
on the
score
ball.
is 9-6 in favor of Mr. Oi. Mr. Oi.
We'll see what we see on this break from Naoyuki. Maybe he'll hit it a little bit more speed.
Yeah, I mean, to viewers at home that might not be familiar with pool and the break shot. Between the players backstage, it's something we've always spoke about. Personally, I'm not a fan of the cut break at all. And I do think that is a hair soft. I do. I think that's a little bit soft. You know, Jay, you know yourself, he can break a lot harder than that.
Well, I understand that, but if we were playing the 3-point rule, he's made 3 balls past the head string and he's pocketing 2 balls, so he's definitely hitting it with enough speed.
One is frozen.
Yeah, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, having seen the replay. But at least he's hitting him head on. I don't like the cut break at all.
Yeah,
I like to see the guys going straight down the middle, trying to park the cue ball. Old, traditional pool, Phil.
The problem is when
Philly,
other players are cutting it a little bit, other players start following, and you know, you do see results with the cut break, and like I said, other players just go along with what the other guy's doing, and sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't. But I do agree, I think hitting them head on with power looks better for TV.
I think everyone should break like Jeffrey DeLuna. Well, this was a very tricky shot as attempted. I'm not sure if this is how he's played it, but it's come out smelling of roses.
I'm going to see a jump combination on the 3 ball here from Joshua, and this is a massive, massive rack. I think he's going to nail this. I really do. Is he going to get lucky? He's sold out. And Naoyuki Oi has a chance to get himself on the hill.
On the hill just a few moments ago, Nikos Economopoulos, who leads Kasper Matikainen, 10-5.
And he's a dark horse, he is, Nikos. He's a very, very good player, and he's not been around for a little bit, but he's showing his class over there and showing what he can do.
Yeah, a very good friend of mine, Nikos, and he wants to get himself back on the world stage. He believes he should be in the World Cup of Pool and the Masters. He's that type of player. He loves playing on the big stage, and he's putting up a good run in this event.
Hampered by the 3 ball here, but shouldn't be too much of an issue.
He's got to slow down. He's got to slow down. And he's just perfect. You're going to see... You might see a big draw shot here from Naoyuki.
Jason, you're 9-6 up in a race to 11. It's such a huge rack, isn't it? 10-6 or 9-7.
That's a great shot. That is a great shot. I would have been letting my stroke out there, Carl, trying to pull it back to the top rail, but he's punched it in and got himself across past the 8. And for anybody watching, that was a very difficult shot, what he's played there. He needs a cue ball to slow down.
Looks like he's got to play this a little slow, not roll it. No, maybe he can jack up and use the bottom rail. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Is he playing it with a bit of right hand spin as well to come off 2 rails? He is. He needs his cue ball to slow down. That's a job well done, Jason. It's a good shot. Back in prime location.
Yep, and it's looking like Naoyuki Oi is going to get himself on the hill and breaking to win the match. A little bit of movement now, but he'll be happy with that.
This was my section as well, just to rub salt into the wounds, Phil. If I'd have won, I'd have played the winner.
How about this? Naoyuki Oi leads Joshua Filler by 10 racks to 6. That means he's 4 up with a potential 5 to play, but of course it might not go like that, because in the next rack he breaks off. Very close to victory. Joshua Filler, the 2018 World 9-ball champion, is on the ropes and groggy. I can also tell you Nikos Ikonomopoulos is through at the expense of Kasper Matikainen. That was the action over on table 5, and this is the Greeks' winning shot. Ikonomopoulos winning 11-5, that's what you call an economy of effort.
Yeah, Nikos from Greece, he's just seen his buddy Alex Kazakis win the World Pool Masters, so he's got a point to prove. And so is Joshua Filler. He is in a big hole in the main arena. He needs to win the last 5 racks. Otherwise, the killer is out.
2 scores in ongoing matches. David Alcady 7-6 up on Filip Stojanovic. Dmitry Ungo 8-7 up on Marco Chuta. But all eyes are on this.
Rack number 17. Our current score is 10-6 in favor of Mr. Oi. Mr. Oi to break on the hill.
Well, a high percentage of break shots, the wing ball disappears, so Joshua Filler, Naoyuki Oi and us guys in the comms box will be ball watching. Is he going to get a shot? Well, he's made one. It wasn't the wing ball. Is the 2 ball going to rescue Joshua? It is.
The same ball, Carl. The exact same ball.
Jason, does he go airborne or not?
Airborne all day.
Yeah, you think this is the shot where you've got to get the short cue out and go for the jump?
Is the 2 far enough? Is it, shall I say, is it close enough to jump it?
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit of landing space.
Yeah, and it's pretty straight. I'd be going full length cue, break cue.
He's undecided. He walked back for his jump cue. He didn't pick it up. He's still got his playing cue in his hand. It's very straight. I don't know why he's aiming left-handed. I'm not sure what he's doing.
He was thinking if he pushes out over there, will Joshua take it?
Yeah, I'm not with it.
Yeah.
Of course he was. Yeah, I like that. I do
That's
apologise,
what he's thinking.
Mr. Filler, your option.
Often you see the players do that, don't you, Jay, where they've got a jump shot and they just push the cue ball a little bit closer to the object ball and kind of tempt their opponent. So Naoyuki won't be disappointed about being put back in, because he will have been tempted to play it in the first place.
Well, I think he makes this. If he makes this, he's going to stop the cue ball dead right there. He's going to have a straight shot on the 2.
It's not the easiest
I
of
think
jump
he
shots,
makes it. He's good with this.
but it is a chance.
Oh, he's going to get lucky again. Look at this.
Well, you say that. He's got a good cue ball. The only thing what favours Naoyuki here is if he pots the 1 ball, the cue ball's going to be running forward and it doesn't pass the 8. So it's not the worst of leaves. Decision time for Joshua Filler.
Yeah, if Naoyuki wasn't in front, you'd see Filler just get up and smash this in. But he's thinking if he misses this, it's the dream is over.
Yeah, he's also thinking of jacking up, trying to stun it in. This is your time, Joshua.
And he's had a right roll there. But Naoyuki's had a few, so it levels itself out.
Yes, you do.
There's time for things to
Attention,
change,
please.
but I think it's fair to say that Filler's not had his usual fizz this evening.
No, he hasn't looked himself, Phil. You know, he got off to a good start and then played a couple of bad safeties and let Naoyuki in, and Naoyuki's played well and had a little bit of run of the ball the last 4 or 5 games, and That's 9 ball.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing there, what you said. I think Naoyuki's come with the game tonight, hasn't he? He's looked up for it. Oh, he's playing trick shots now. It's a trick shot show. But it's no good. Joshua's going to have a shot at this. He can see the potting angle. And he's still in this match. We've seen it before, Jay. It's only 10-6. I know he needs 5 racks, but he's just got to set himself a little goal. Just stay in the match. Oh, he's missed the one ball. Joshua. This is the chance Naoyuki Oi would have wanted. All the balls are in the open. He's got an easy pot to start with. Can you finish the table?
Yeah, not your Joshua there. He usually makes those balls with ease, and oh, that's bounced. He needs to hit the point. Oh, I think if he missed the point there, he might have been close to going behind the 7.
Yeah, he needs another good shot here, because just catching that point of the centre. Well, he's landed on the wrong side.
Going to see a stun shot between the 8 and the 5. Oh, he's hit that like a dream. That's a great shot.
It's all about the pink 4 ball to the purple 5. That is where it could go wrong. If he gets that shot right, from the pink 4 to the purple 5, this match should be over. That's going to be the key shot coming up. And here it is.
He's going to land straight. Oh, he's just landed enough to spin it out between the 8 and the 9. You're going to pot this ball with a little top left-hand spin and come out between the 8 and the 9 ball.
He'll pinch the pocket as well, just a little bit, just to create that little bit more angle.
Looks like he's coming back across, Carl. Oh.
Wow.
Wow. I didn't think he had to do that.
It's a little thin one. He's got enough gap in between the balls, so it's not too bad, is it?
This is a big shot, this is. Can he pull it off?
Cue ball's going to be going 3 rails.
Oh, he's made it.
But it's going to
he
land
needs to slow
on the
down.
rail. Phil, this is where he's a little bit suspect, this type of shot.
I don't fancy him to pot it, I will say right now.
Phil's got his glove off. So Phil's feeling like his opponent's going to finish it off, but like you said, Phil, he's missed a couple, but can he hold himself together?
Well, I fancy him for it. I think he's played a very good match. He's played some tidy pool. This is match ball, and it's gone. Joshua Filler is out.
Wow.
Oi, oi, Naoyuki is through. Fantastic stuff. The man from Tokyo proving me incorrect on that 8 ball, holding his nerve and dismissing Joshua Filler to the sidelines. The story here, the man from the land of the rising sun is over the moon. What a performance. What a scalp to claim. Joshua Filler, the World Cup winner from last month, with Team Germany as an individual, will not enjoy World Championship success for the second time, because Naoyuki Oi, the underdog, has come through by a score of 11 racks to 6.